Welcome back, kindergarten writers. Today we're going to be looking at a story that was made for us to read, and it's got some of those same words that we're used to reading. The problem is, I'm not going to tell you the problem. I'm going to see if you can figure it out. See if you can see what's wrong with this story. The illustrations are so nicely done, though. They're so nicely colored, but something's just not right. See if you can figure it out. My story says, I can run. I can jump. I can play. What do you mean? I did my best with the pictures. What's wrong with the pictures? I colored that one for I can run, and I colored that one for I can jump, and I colored that one for I can play. And it's all me because I colored them the same on every one because that's me. Oh. You can't tell that I'm running or jumping or playing? How would I do that? Well, I think I'm going to go to one of my favorite authors, Mo Willems, and I'm going to see if he does something that helps me look and see that something is moving. So the name of this story is called The Pigeon Loves Things That Go. And this is Pigeon, and the author is Mo Willems. And there's some movement going on in this book. Not moving around, but I can tell that the characters on the page are moving. So first let's read the story, and then we'll go back and we'll see if we can figure out what it is that the author did to show us movement in his story. The Pigeon Loves Things That Go by Mo Willems. Bus. Can't you just see me driving one? Train. Choo choo! Pigeon Express coming through. Airplane. Sure beats flapping. Hot dog. Hey, what's the big idea? A hot dog doesn't go.
Does too. A hot dog can go right into my belly.
I love the little duckling. So cute. So right away on the front cover, I can see Mo Willems use these little lines right here to kind of show that the pigeon was doing that with his hands or with his wings. But we don't see any movement here, do we? But he is thinking. When I look at this one, I can see that the train is going really fast because there's little lines here. And those lines help make me think that the train is moving. See these little lines right here? I bet you that's because the two train carts move a little bit. Yeah. And if you look right here, you can see that Mo Willems made the pigeon's arms move by putting these little lines there. Do you see them? I can't really point with my finger. Those little lines right there. So almost to say, choo-choo, coming through. And then we have the airplane. Wow. Look at all that movement. I'm going to zoom in on that. Look at all that movement. So I can see that the pigeon had one arm, but then they showed an arm here and there and there. And it showed that the wings are moving up and down and along with this one. Look, I can even see some of its feathers that have came out from flapping so hard. So that's another great way for us to show movement. And then the hot dog, well, the pigeon is almost putting his arms out like, what? A hot dog? To the little duckling there. And then we can see the little part of the duckling that's moving. Just a little teeny tiny tail because it's probably just so excited. So he's just wiggling his little tail feather. And then we saw right here that the pigeon is not very impressed. He's got that going on. So Mo Willems likes to use little lines on both sides of his illustration to help him draw a picture. let's go back and look at my writing that I did. I really tried my hardest coloring this in. I really tried my best to make sure that I looked exactly the same on every page. But what you might not see here, you can't tell that I'm running. My hands are down to my sides. Right here, you can't tell that I'm jumping. My hands are down to my sides, my legs are still stiff. And here, you can't tell that I'm playing. Am I just playing the stair game? No, I'm not playing the stair game. I need to add more details that actually match my words. I can't use this one. It's kind of already done, but I can start over. And I'm going to show you one way that you can show movement in your writing. So I got my little writing folder out, and I will pull out my next page. I will start right off by putting my name up on the tip top. And today I am going to start off with exactly what I did in the first one, I can run. But I'm going to start off today by drawing my picture. That's not normally the way we do it, is it? Usually we start with our words and then do our picture. Today, our focus is going to be on adding those details in our picture to show movement. So if I was moving, my legs are not straight. One leg is usually bent and the other one is kind of stretched out. So I'm going to try doing that. So here's a leg that's bent. So you see that's my knee. And then this one is way back. I'm going to put my shoe there, and I'm going to put my shoe there. So now I can see that this one is moving forward and this one's kind of back. I can also put some little lines there and there, and I can put some lines there and there, and it can show that I'm moving. Now let's add the top part of my body. So I always tell my students that it's great to have either a squishy oval body or a rectangle body, or girls, they can have a triangle body, as long as it's not a stick. Can't have stick people. So I'm going to go ahead and get my body in there, and I have my neck. Oh, that looks kind of skinny. I think my neck's a little bit bigger than that. And then I have my head. So now if I'm running, I am not running with my hands right down. When I see people run, I see them do this motion. I see their arms bent. Do you see how my arm's kind of bent? So I'm going to have my arm bent. Yeah. And there's that. Where do you think my other arm is? If one arm is up, the other arm's usually back, isn't it? Up and back, up and back. So I'm going to just see my arm back here. And then hands, I always have a hard time drawing hands, so I have that. And then I make a mitten, and then I make my little finger marks. That was one way for me to draw that I am running. Let's see if I can try another one. The other page that I had said that I can jump, but it didn't show my legs bent or anything. So I'm going to show you how you can make your legs jump. I'm going to have the top part of my legs. That's my pants right there. But my legs are bent. My knees are bent. And they can't bend one this way and one that way. Ooh, that would hurt. But maybe they're both kind of going the other way. So I'm going to bend my leg. Remember, keep like a choo-choo train. Keep that parallel line. So here is my leg. I'm following that line. Oh, I got to get ready to curve. Okay, there it is. And now maybe I can, should I be hopping on one foot or should I have both legs up? I like hopping on one foot. I bet you guys can do that too. So I'm going to put this one here going down, and then I'll add my shoe. Now my shoe for this one, my foot's not pointing up. If I were to hop on one foot, my foot's kind of hanging down. I need to show that in my drawing. So I'm going to show my foot kind of hanging down. Now my foot, I can have some movement here can even have some movement down here. I'm not really moving on this one though. So now let's go back and look at my upper body. So remember a squishy oval, a rectangle, a triangle. Use those shapes that you know. So here's my squishy oval, and here's my neck, and then here's my head. So when I'm hopping again, even on one foot, my hands are not down to my side. Maybe I have my hands up in the air. Maybe I have them out in front of me. I need to make sure my hands match what my body is doing. So if I'm hopping on one foot, a lot of the times my arms are bent. So I go out and in. A railroad track, remember, I don't want my arms to touch. The top of my arm can't touch the bottom. There's one arm. Maybe I'll have one going up. There's my arm. Railroad track, don't ever let them touch. There. Now I can add my thumb and all my fingers. And I can add my thumb and all my fingers. And now you can see that I'm jumping kind of a, oh. You could have my hands moving there too, and you could have my hands moving there. Another trick that you can also do, you can show where you've been. So if I was hopping on one foot, maybe I want my footprints behind me. So I went hop, 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 and I can show little lines. I hopped from there, I hopped from there, and now I'm here. So you can see I went hop, 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 and here I am. Today, when you're doing your illustrations, I want you to show me in your illustration what you are doing. Your illustration picture should match your words. It is okay if you write the same words. I can run, I can jump, I can play. That's okay. But I want to see you doing that in your illustration. Okay? That's it for today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and write I can hop on one foot. And then I'll look forward to seeing what you post later on and share with us. Have a good night.